Hey there, Church of St. Andrew, it's Pastor Alex, and I'm shooting this video to let you all know that I'm taking a renewal leave this summer. Those dates kind of run from June 20th to August 2nd. It's a combination of time for me to recharge a little bit, to renew my soul, to spend some time with family and go on a vacation, as well as some time preparing myself for what the future of ministry holds. Spending some of that time learning and growing and equipping my own individual person so that I can be a better pastor to you all. And now, of course, during this leave, it'll be about 6 weeks that you won't see me here in church on Sunday morning. We have guest pastors who are going to fill in. We have some folks who are going to help provide any emergency pastoral care that might be needed, such as funerals or hospital visitation. And other folks are stepping into areas as well to lead here in the congregation in my absence. But I wanted to take a minute just to kind of describe why would we do this? You know, well, Alex, why are you not going to be in church for 6 weeks? That's a pretty long time. And I've told people that it is about the end of my 10th year of ministry as a pastor that ends in the month of June, and the 11th year begins in July. And over time, a couple things happen. One is the skills you learned earlier become less useful. You know, you fall behind as our world changes. I was telling someone not that long ago that the world of streaming of church service was so new and so foreign to so many pastors such a long time ago, but the pandemic pulled all that forward. It requires us to change and adapt and recognize how the world around us is different, and we have to have new skills for that. And one of the examples I have of that time of kind of renewing my own skills and taking care of myself and sharpening, if you will, some of my tools is example of a knife. I have a knife here. It's by a brand named Meeson, and someone bought this to me about 2 years ago, and it's one of my favorite knives. I will use it when I'm cooking a soup, when I'm doing a whole lot of chopping for vegetables like stir fry. Partly because it's a wonderful knife, it's really well balanced, it's got a great hard steel that's sharp and can cut through all kinds of things and do the job really well. But what most chefs know about a knife is that over time, as well made as it is, as sharpened as it could be when you got it, over time that blade will dull, and it takes time that you have to resharpen that blade. You have to pull out a tool, take time, pull out a service, and sharpen that blade so that it is ready to go for the next phase of its life. And so part of pastoral ministry in this renewal leave, it looks like that. It looks like me taking time to pour into my own skills, my own faith, ensuring that I have the knowledge and the skills to lead you as a congregation better and more fully as we go into this new and exciting future. Partly, another reason is just to rest and recharge. I've had a couple people in the last couple months say to me, there's a lot going on at the church, and that's absolutely right. We have seen all kinds of ministries happening just over the past few months. We had a new winter workshop because of Jenny and her leadership back in December. We're partnering with Mommy UMC to do VBS. We have 2 new life groups thanks to Brian and Crystal. We have all kinds of different ministries, whether it's the new members class that's been going on, whether it is figuring out how to do ministry with young people, a variety of things that are happening here in our congregation that are exciting and new. And along the way, as all that stuff has come, the truth has been that it's been hard at times for me to rest and recharge. There was a stint back in the spring where I think I had 21 straight days of working before I got a full day off with no work. And I'm in a stint right now because of annual conference where I'm on day 11 or 12 of straight working. And that's how the job goes. I love being a pastor. You kind of know some of that exists going into it. But it's important then to know that you have to take time to take care of yourself, to recharge, to renew. And part of this is about that. I have another example here. I have been doing some home renovation in the last couple of years, and this is an old drill of mine. It's not my new one, but the way a power tool works is if you would take a drill, you take a saw, whatever it is, you can use it, say, for a number of days. Say you're working with it for 5 days, and then for 2 days you need to charge it. You need to take the battery out, you need to put it on the charger and not use it for those 2 days so that it can recharge. And that way it's ready to go for those other 5 days, and that works great. It continues to recharge the battery. It's ready to go week after week. But when you get those weeks along the way where you don't have a chance to kind of charge that battery in between, the tool starts to work well. It starts to really slow down. It labors, it struggles. Things that were once easy for it to do can become difficult. And what can happen to pastors is what's called burnout. And so part of it is a chance for me to recharge my battery so that I can do ministry with full of life, full of joy, having come from a place of rest rather than exhaustion. And so I just wanted to give you some of those reasons. Again, it's going to be June 20th to August 2nd. For me, it's a time of resting and relaxing a little bit, connecting with family, taking a vacation, but also sharpening those tools so that I can come back in those 6 weeks and be a better pastor for you all as well. As I said, folks will be covering that time. You won't see me for 6 Sundays, but you'll be in great hands with the folks who are stepping up. If you have any questions, feel free to grab me this Sunday or next Sunday while I'm in town, or shoot me an email if you've got something you have a question about. But